Hello, everyone. It is New Technique Wednesday, number 41. I am Jen with Jen's Den Art. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. Say hi when you get here, and I will say hi back. Hello, hello. I see we got some people here. Let me get all of my stuff. Hello, everyone. Say hi. Hello, Miss Pat. Are y'all excited to be here today? Hi. I'm coming on a little bit later because I had some things to take care of earlier this morning, or earlier this afternoon. But I'm here. I didn't forget about y'all, and I'm excited to paint with y'all. Hi, Miss Beth. Hi, Paula. Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy. Hello, ladies. Hello, Miss Elaine and Judy. Hello, Alexander. Hi, Cindy. Hello, Barbara. All right, guys. So this is what we're going to do today. I would say that I was going to grab the piece to show you. I guess I'll just show you on my phone because I don't know where the piece is. Okay, so the other night, here it is. The other night, oh, y'all can't see that. Hang on. Let me get me bigger. Okay, the other night I played around. Here it is. The other night I played around with some new tools that I bought, and I created this. And it's supposed to be sunflowers, but I've had people say that they're buttercups or they're daffodils, or, it doesn't really matter what they are. The point of it was I got so many comments on this painting that I wanted to share with y'all what I did, because it was my first time ever using something like this. So what happened was the other day, hi, Elizabeth, hi, Valerie, hi, Michael and Donna, and I've had so many people say, I want to learn how to do that, or, what did you use? Well, I did not use watercolors. I bought these things at Hobby Lobby. They are not the best brand at all. Okay. They are the generic brand. They're Master's Touch, and they're called Real Brush Pens. I have seen very negative reviews about these, but I've just never used them before. And I bought them just, they were 50% off. I'm like, you know what? I feel like trying something different. So they are water-based ink brush tips. Okay, if you've never used them, they are super fun. But I know that when I looked at the reviews on, like going to Amazon and looking, they don't have the greatest reviews. I don't know any better because I've never used any other ones. So to me, it's it works fine for me playing around. And this is actually what I was doing. I bought some watercolor paper. And I bought 2 different sizes because what I like to do is I like to buy a size that I know is going to fit in a frame. And I'm going to show you. I have to get up and show you something, right? So hang on, let me get something out here. So I'm going to show you. I just started playing around with framing. I buy these frames, very, very cheap. Probably like 50% off. They're probably like $3 or $4. And it's an 8x8. This is not these brush pens. This is actually watered down acrylics that looks like watercolor. Okay, but it's actually acrylics. And what I did was I took the piece, and I think it was on a 6x6 piece of watercolor paper, and it's an 8x8 frame. So what I did was I just added another sheet of watercolor paper behind it, and I used double stick tape and I just put this in the frame, even though the frame was too big. So it kind of looks like it's matted, but it's matted in the opposite way. Like the actual painting is on top of the white. Okay. Okay, so Elaine, you say you have Arteza brush pens. I see a lot of very positive comments about the Arteza brush pens. So I may have to invest in that. But me not knowing any better, I just went ahead and bought these and I fell in love. Now I have a membership, an acrylic painting membership, which by the way, our pop-up paint party is our registration is now open. And I'm going to show y'all really quick what we're going to be painting. So let me make this bigger. We're going to work with brush pens in just a minute, but I have to talk to y'all about all kind of other stuff, huh? So, yeah, where did you buy those frames? Hobby Lobby. I bought them at Hobby Lobby. You can buy them in 8x8. Now they don't stand. They just hang on the wall. So they don't have the part where you can actually stand them. And they have them in gold too. They're really pretty, like metallic gold. Okay, so this is what we did. I don't know if y'all done it with me or not. Say yay, you've done it. If you have, in the comments. This is what we did in the fall and in the winter. We did a pop-up paint party called Home for the Holidays Pop-Up Paint Party. And on one side was a fall scene, and on the other side was a winter scene. So I had probably about 200 or 300 people paint with us on that. It was super, super fun. And I kept on getting comments, when are we going to do a spring and summer just like it? So I said, okay, well, it's time to do a spring and summer. So I painted this over the last week. I've actually painted it like 3 times before I found the happy medium of what I wanted. Okay, so this is actually a church up here. This is our spring side with the cherry blossom. And I initially, if y'all remember, if you saw the first one, I had a lamb down there, and my lamb just didn't look like a lamb. He just didn't look right. And I felt like the bunny was going to be a little bit more of the Easter time. So I went ahead and changed it to a bunny. Okay, so I'm looking at all the comments. All right, yeah, good. Carrie said she started on the Home for the Holidays but hasn't finished. Well, now you can add these to your list, Carrie. All right, so this is the spring side. And then the summer side, I went ahead and did a beach since I live in Montana. And we woke up to -2 degrees this morning, and we probably have about 8 inches of snow on the ground. This was a lot of fun to paint because it is just something that I'm craving really, really bad right now. We have been in winter for about 8 months. Well, probably about 7.5 months. Our winters are like almost 9 months long. So this was very pleasing to me to paint. And this is another one. I redid it. I don't know if y'all saw the first one that I asked for y'all opinion. I went ahead and I redid it. Love the beach. Yay. I am craving the beach so bad. I can't wait to go. So I added a little seagull down here just to kind of add a little bit more play to it. And so this is going to be a pop-up paint party. That is going to take us 4 days because each side is going to take us 2 sessions. So we're going to start with the spring side, and it's going to take us 2 sessions. And by sessions, I mean between an hour and an hour and 15 minutes per session. So we're going to break it up into tonight, but it was 60 degrees today. Oh, Miss Sandra, I'm hoping for 60 degrees. So yeah, they so good. They came out so much better. I fought through them. I had a little trouble, but I finally figured it out, and so it came out really. I'm very pleased with it now. So yeah, that's what we're going to be painting, and it's going to be March It's going to start on March 22nd, and it's going to be for 4 nights. And I'm doing it a little bit early. I'm doing it at 5 o'clock in the afternoon for Central Time. So that would be 4 o'clock Mountain, and that would be 6 o'clock Eastern. So I'm doing it a little bit earlier than what I normally do because I like to try to vary the times for people in different time zones, because I have people in all different time zones. And it's just going to work out better that way if I allow, other people to have an opportunity to come live with us at a decent hour. Okay, so that's what's going on, and I'm going to put the link. Now, if you are a tribe sister, here's something I want to share with y'all. Okay, I'm going to be brutally honest right now. This pop-up paint party is going to be $15 until the 16th of March. Okay, and then it's going to go up to $20 for you to join us for the pop-up paint party. But I want to share something with you. My tribe is open right now, and it's only $35 to be in the tribe. And if you're in the tribe, you get to be in the pop-up paint party for free. Okay, you get to join us for free if you're in the tribe. So for an extra $20, you can stay in the tribe for a month, and you can cancel anytime. And you get we have 180 painting tutorials. You get DIY framing videos. You get the Acrylic 101 course, which is 12 hours of videos of information, or 10. I think it might be 10 hours. You get so much more. If you just spend an extra $20, you can stay in the tribe for a month, and you get the pop-up paint party with us, and you get all of the other stuff. So just wanted to throw that out there. I just put the link to the pop-up paint party in the comments. Okay, and I'm also going to put the link to the tribe. I think that's the right link. Okay, and where do you get the big boards? That is a great question, Miss Beth. I actually, you're in our tribe. So I put a link in the tribe Facebook group for Hobby Lobby. I get them at Hobby Lobby. Okay, you do not have to get the board with they're called basswood, BASSWOOD. This is like, it has like the natural bark on the sides. You do not have to buy that. You could just get a 12-inch wide piece of board at Lowe's or Home Depot for, I don't know, maybe $8 or something. And it's 36 inches high. It's 3 feet high, and it's 12 inches wide. So you could just get like a 1 inch thick board like that. You don't have to have this particular board. And I when you join, I'm going to show y'all, there's a big knot in this board, but I just painted over it, and I just think it adds character. So it's fun. All right, let's get busy. Y'all ready to paint? So I don't even have a like a template or anything, and I think I'm going to use the 6x8. Okay, I'm going to use the 6x8. So I'm going to, oh, look, I forgot I had done this one in here too. So this is one that I did, and I basically did this while I was watching TV in the living room with my husband. He's a big elk person. So we were watching Elk 101. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but, and so, I'm interested in it, but I'm not as interested in it as he is. So I'm like, okay, what can I do while he's doing that? I'm going to take my brush pens out, and I am going to try them. So I'm going to use some, if I can find the end of this, I'm going to use some tape to hold this down. I might have to get some other tape because I can't find the end of this thing. Let's try this one. All right, so I'm going to use some tape to hold this down just to make it easy for me. And it's going to actually make a little frame around my piece. Okay, so all you need for this, guys, is water and something to like a paper towel, something like this, just to dab your paintbrush on. And so these things are so much fun. And you know what's so fun about them? They're so easy to carry around with you. Like I have my studio in my basement, and once my husband Michael gets home, I don't work anymore. I go upstairs and we cook supper and we watch TV together and we do all the good stuff. And it's not convenient for me to come down here if I want to just play around. So it's a lot easier for me to have a different option than large canvases and large boards and a whole wall of acrylic paints and 350 paintbrushes. It's so much easier for me to just grab this little box of tools and a little watercolor pad, which, by the way, I took on the airplane with me when we went to Louisiana a few weeks ago. And I just put it all in a little Ziploc bag. And I even had a little cup of water in it. And it was so much fun because it was like a 3.5-hour flight. And so I had the best time. I was on the plane, and I cannot sleep on an airplane, unfortunately. And so I just had fun. So this is just super, super convenient. And this is a 24-piece set. So each one of these pins, if you've never used these before, this is what I did the first time I used it. I just used it like a marker because I didn't know any better. And so then I saw that it came with this. Okay, this is a little water brush pen. Have you ever used these before? They're addictive. If you have not, they are addictive. Under guides in the free Facebook group. Kathy, hey lady, long time no talk. Okay, so I'm not at home. Yes, this will be available for replay. All of my New Technique Wednesdays are in my free Facebook group under guides. I have a guide for all of my New Technique Wednesdays. This is number 41. So we've been doing this almost a year. And then also on my Facebook page, Jen's Den Art, I have one as well. I have all of the lives as well. So what I ended up doing was I bought some extra ones of these because I love them. They're so much fun. Each one has a little bit different pin, but I don't really see a big need for all of these different ones. Some of them are big. This one's a little bit bigger. And then I guess this one's about the same size. Okay, so I'm going to do something, I don't know. Y'all want to do a flower? What do y'all want to do? Don't make it too hard on me. What are we going to do? I've never used the water pen. Okay, Katie, watch. This is so much fun. You're gonna end up buying some of these. I know you will. They're so much fun. Do y'all want to just do? We can do like the sunflowers again if y'all want. Do y'all want to try to do this? See how I did that? I have that one that I did, and then see that was me doodling, sitting on my couch. And then I did this one. This is kind of like some geraniums. How about a lily? Sunflowers for Ukraine. Y'all want to do sunflowers? We can do sunflowers. I like sunflowers. Thank you, Miss Pat, for sprinkling. That is very nice. Okay, so let's do the sunflowers. All right. So that means I'm going to need some yellows and some oranges. So I'm going to pull those. I'm going to pull these waters. Oh, here's another orange. I'm going to pull some red. And then, of course, some greens. I don't think they have names of the colors on here. You just have to look at the color on the back of it. Okay. And then I had this pen, but you can use a black brush pen as well. I had this pen, which is, I don't know, I bought this at Hobby Lobby. I don't even know what it is. But I like it. It's in a different language, so I don't even know. Baoke. Okay, so that's my black pen I'm going to use. And I might end up needing some browns. I'm just going to leave all of these right here. Okay, so let me pull up my picture and see what I did. I just started playing. Oh, I actually used some, put that right there. Let me actually put it right here. It'd be better for y'all to see. Okay, so I started off doing this. Man, I have to remember what I did. Okay, so you can do a couple of things. These are super cool. They have water. You just put water in them. They unscrew. They unscrew in the middle, and you can just put water in them. And so it's already damp. So what you can do first is you can just like kind of, I'm thinking right now where I'm going to put my the little circles, because I'm going to start with the circles. And so I'm thinking right now, you got to kind of press it sometimes to get a lot of water out of it, but you don't really want that much water. You want it to kind of be a little dry, but you just have to play with it. And I'm just playing right now because I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so I have a little bit of water on my watercolor paper. And then I'm going to take, let's start with a brown. And I'm looking at this and I'm just going to start making my circles where my sunflowers are going to be. Okay, so this is something I want to show you that I learned doing this, just sitting down on the couch playing. If your watercolor paper is not wet, you can come like even after, you can take these little wet pens and you can smooth out. This is not a fast process, y'all. It takes a while. So you can kind of like smooth out the ink. And then the end of the little brush is going to get a little bit of that brown on it. So if you, and you kind of have to scrub it if you really want it to, you see, and I think that's why this brand of brush pen does not have high ratings, because you see how it's not blending that much. I think if I had maybe like a higher level brand, it might blend better. So I might try some other ones. So your little paintbrush here, your little clear water paintbrush, it's going to start getting some brown on it. So you have to have like a, and you can, and look, I have water on the side too. So if you don't feel like you have enough water or you want to clean it off, you can just dip it in the water and just kind of dab it. And it takes all of that brown paint. And it takes it off of the little brush pen. Hello, Carrie. The pens are called Real brush pens, REAL. I'm not sure what the word real is for. I mean, I didn't know there was such a thing as a fake brush pen. So they're a water-based dye ink. Okay, so I guess they kind of act like watercolor, but they're not watercolors. And I really like them. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to wet it again in this little area. And you do not have to put a lot of pressure at all. And so you kind of have to have like 2 pens in your hand at the same time, because let me show you, you're gonna want to switch to the little watery thing, and you're gonna want to blend. So it's almost like you're coloring. And you can even take the brush pens and you can dip them in the water and then come over here and see how you can use them like that as well. I just like the way they move. I like the way they allow you to just kind of play, and you don't really know what they're going to do, you know? Oh, that's not right. This one goes here. Okay, so I have that one. I have that one. Let's put one down here because I kind of messed up a little bit. And I'm going to go back with some more colors on here. You can really blend well. See there, I have too much water. See how much it's like too watery, so you can dab away some of the water. Let me make it bigger. So my goal here is to, I want to make like the outside of it a little bit. I'm going to use the black next. And then we're also going to use like a little bit of red. Okay, so I'm going to grab this red. And I'm going to put a little bit of that red in the middle. And then I'm going to blend it out. You have to have patience with this. Have you noticed that? Because it's not a quick process. And you kind of use like the side of the brush. A little brush pen. Super fun. I'm going to dip it in the water to get a little bit more water on it. Hey, Miss Faye. We are having fun with some brush pens today. All right, so keep on trying to put the wrong cover on the wrong piece. All right, I feel like I need a little bit of yellow in that as well. And I'm just dipping the brush pen in the water to make it even more watery. And then I'm going to come back with some black. Where's my black? All right, so I'm going to grab the black. I'm going to actually dip it in the water just a teeny bit. And I'm only going to do one at a time. And I think I put a little bit too much. So I guess you can see that it probably took me about an hour to paint the whole thing. And it was just a piece of 6x8 paper. So I don't know if I would try to do something like this on a large surface, because it would take you, if you want to make something and work on it for months, then yeah, you could do it on a large surface. But this is just something that I find is just super relaxing. And you could sit on your couch and do this. And just have some fun. And I wanted to come on here because we always, on our New Technique Wednesdays, we like to come on here and we like to try new things. And I know normally it's all about acrylic paints, but I don't know, something lately just told me, let's try something similar to acrylics, but it's not actually acrylics, and do something different, because we are all creators, and it doesn't matter whether you're using acrylics or watercolors or paint pens or markers, whatever it is. It's just, all of it is fun. And I thought y'all would enjoy this because it's a painting technique. It's still painting. It's not, to me, it's still painting. It's just not painting with oils or acrylics, but it feels like you're painting, It's more, it feels more like watercolor. I'm not experienced in watercolor at all. But I guess you could consider this more of a watercolor type of a practice. Okay. Just bought a watercolor pad to experiment with. I love watercolor pads. Yeah, love New Techniques. This one's super cool. I'm just going to tell y'all. I really, really like it. Okay, so now I'm going to try to go out with some petals. And I have no rhyme or reason. I think I'm going to try to wet it a little bit. And try to wet my paper. I like, which is what made the effects on the one on my phone, I like using a lot of water. So the more water you use, the more it makes that spready, messy look. So I'm actually dipping the this little paintbrush thing. I'm not even, because I have water right next to me, it's just more convenient to just dip the end of it in the water right next to me than to squeeze it. It's like really squeezable, so you can kind of squeeze out some more of that water. on the edge. And so that's what I was doing. I'm just going to do a couple of these because I feel like I'm going to be here for like 18 hours if I try to do the whole thing. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to mix some colors together because I want more of like I call it a school bus yellow. I want more of a school bus yellow happening, which is kind of like an orangey yellow. So I have this color here. Let me see. It might be too much. I have to just be really, really careful. So I know it's hard to see, but I am dipping my brush in the water. And you don't have to just use color then water, color then water. You can use color and then color. So I'm going to do that too. I'm going to use the yellow on top of the orange and try to blend it in some as well. It doesn't blend as well as the water actually does. But you can mix your colors together. And then I'm just going back and forth. And let's see, I have this is like a neon yellow. Let's see what that's gonna do. Ooh, I like. Okay, this is why I like it, because watch this. If I put some of this orange on top of that yellow, and that feels really good. You never know what it's going to do, you know? You just kind of just play. Is anyone frozen? Is anyone frozen? So then I'm going to show you something else. Do you think it would work to spritz the paper? Excuse me. I actually have a spritzer. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh. Look what it did. I like it. Okay, so what just happened is this. Look what just happened to the end of my pen. Too much water. So too much water made the water get absorbed onto the end of the pen, and now there's no ink on the end of the pen. So I have to see how it's not working now. I have to let the ink come back because the water got absorbed onto the brush. So it worked, you know, in the opposite way than watercolor would normally work, I guess. But it's coming back out. You can start seeing it. It's coming back. So you have to be really careful about how much water you put. That is a very good lesson that we just learned. Okay, and I'm going to take, all of these are open and all that stuff. I'm going to take the black one and I'm going to start, you know what, I'm not going to do the black yet. Hang on. I'm going to do the green because I want to start putting like some different colors back here. So, I have a little piece of hair. So I'm going to start putting some green back here, just in some of those areas. And then we're going to kind of smudge it around. With this one. See how it's kind of blending out. And then I'm going to take, I'm just going to do a portion. See how, look what the spritzer did. It made it run, which I mean is okay. Like it's still going to be fine, but you obviously have to be really careful about how much water you put down. Let's see. This is a little bit of another, it's a different shade of green. I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there. And then I'm also going to throw some Panurple. It's really called purple, but I'm just calling it Panurple because I called it Panurple when I was younger by accident. This is actually blue. I picked up the wrong one. Here's a Panurple. Let's put a little bit of Panurple in there. Miss Pat, I bet you loving this. Okay, and then let's go back to our little brush. We're going to brush all of that out. Now see, I poured a little bit too much water in this area, so I'm going to blotch it up some. I really think if I buy the like a higher level brand of these pens, I think it might move the paint better, or the ink. I really think it might move the ink better. And that's probably why the reviews are not as high as other brands. And this is fun. If you have the what's the word I'm looking for? The patience to do this. So you could take one color and you can just kind of add it like really thick in one area. Like I'm taking this turquoise and I'm not wetting it. I'm just adding it kind of thick. And then I'm coming back with my little brush and I'm going to pull it out to be thinner. And just kind of give it some little fun areas. And so you see what happens is, and you can start seeing that now, everything looks very, very blurry, I guess is a good word for it. Everything starts getting really blurry because I'm using a lot of water. And as the water is dispensing across the paper, it's just pulling those colors further and further away. And then it's creating a very blurred look. Okay. So that's why I did this. I stopped and then I came back with a different type of pen, because if I use the black, I'm afraid that because of the reaction that I'm getting with all of these colors, you see how much it's spreading out because I'm using so much water. I felt like if I was going to use the black, it would just do the same thing and it would just keep on going. So I tried a different black marker, like maybe you want to use an acrylic marker or something. And I started coming in and creating some lines to kind of, you know, map everything out a little bit more. And once I did that, then I came back with the little marker, the white, the clear one. And I just kind of played with it on the edges. And I just tried to make it a little mushy. And then I'm going to take this. Let's see what this black does. This is the black pen. Is it a black pen or is it a green? I think it's green. Yeah, this one's green. Hang on. Where's my black one? Do I not have a black one? Oh, here it is. Let's see what that one does. Well, black and yellow make green, so it's kind of coming out as like a green color because I'm on that. But you see how it's pulling that color into the paper. And that looks super cool. And then I'm going to take some bright, a little bit of bright red. Now I'm only doing this top half because you notice how long it's taken me to do this. Hello, Miss Shay. Yeah, I know it's taken a long time. Thank you, Elizabeth, for coming on. And then, yeah, you see these little splotches that look even more messy. Let me show you how I did that too. So basically, it's just a lot of water that makes everything react to the paper. But you have to be, kind of strategic on your water application. But it's just so much fun. It's so relaxing to do something like this, and then you just play around with it. You're like, okay, what is this going to do? And what is this going to do? And, ooh, let me try this. And, and then before you know it, you're like, oh, wow, this looks pretty good, So you just keep on adding all these layers. And then I literally took I might have taken my finger. I don't even remember what I took. And I just dropped some water on it. I might have taken the end of one of the pins and I just dropped some water on it and then I watched it react. And that's how I made those little, look, you can kind of see what it's doing. And then see right here how it's reacting. See how it's reacting right there? See? Can y'all see it? So I just dropped some water droplets on it. And I feel like I need to go a little bit further. And you see how those water droplets are reacting? Isn't that cool? So yeah, it's just water. It's not alcohol or anything like that. It's just water. Just water. So it's super fun. It's super relaxing. And like I said, you probably want to use a small pad because it takes a lot. Look how that reacted right there. I like that. Isn't it cute? And then before you know it, you have a masterpiece. And you didn't even try, It's just like by accident. I love that. Look how that reacted. I feel like I need some yellow in here. Isn't that fun? So again, this is some real brush pens. They are just a generic brand from Hobby Lobby. They have created a lot of joy for me. I posted this picture. This one is basically the same thing that I'm doing here. I'm just not finishing the whole thing with you. And I posted that on my Facebook page. Y'all, excuse me, I got more comments and more likes on that than I do on my other paintings that I do. So I was like, maybe I should start painting more of these brush pen paintings. It is. It's a lot of fun, and this is only a 6x8 piece of watercolor paper, and it would probably take you an hour or two to really, create something that that you would like to, to finish the whole thing. So am I finally on a same time live paint session? Yes, Melanie, you are. Glad you came. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. It is super fun, and the longer you let it sit, the more you'll see that reaction of just the water and the ink. It's an ink. It's a water-based ink that's you know, it's doing all of this work for you. So remember, we have our pop-up paint party. Registration is open. I'm getting ready to send out an email to everybody. And I am so glad that y'all came on today. And make sure, if you decide to do this and you use some brush pens, make sure you share your work with us in our free acrylic Facebook group. It's called Jen's Den Acrylic Art Fun, I think is what it's called. And you can go in there and you can post your pictures. I'm trying to put the caps back on all of these things because they're all over the place. All right, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I love you all. God bless. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.